God, welcome to another episode of the Sunkissed Sims Legacy. The last episode was so chaotic. My girl has definitely become a different person than I expected, and that's been really fun to just play out in the game. And so she became a mean sim in one of the episodes, and she's just been very crazy. And in the last episode, she had her bachelorette party because she's engaged to what was her ex and who's now her fiance. And at her bachelorette party, her friend Genevieve convinced her to try to talk to the stripper. She didn't want to initially, but then she ended up drinking, and yeah, her and the stripper ended up woohooing. So yeah, luckily she's not pregnant with the stripper's baby, so don't worry, she's not having an out of wedlock baby. But I do want to try to start having an heir soon. I want her and Corey to try for a baby as soon as they have rings on their hands, because even though she's, a different version of herself than she was in the beginning of this generation, I still want her to stick to somewhat of her principles. So even though she ended up woohooing and going against the fact that she wanted to wait till marriage to have woohoo, I still want her to have a baby whenever she's married. So yeah, be a little traditional in that way at least. So in this episode, it's going to be the wedding, the dream wedding. So yeah, she's already fallen in love by the ocean, so now we just have to get married, and yeah, it's very exciting. So she's over here, she can't sleep, it's 3 in the morning, and I want to see if she actually has a sleep issue, or if it's just, wedding jitters. I don't think she regrets woohooing with the stripper. She still is wasted. She actually probably is just staying up because of the fact that she's so drunk. So I think that's what's happening, having a massive hangover. Alana's head is hurting like crazy. Girl, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that's happening to you. So yeah, and I think Corey knows she's drunk. I think Corey can tell that she's a bit off, and I don't think Corey really cares, honestly, because Corey knows how batch and bachelorette parties go. He knows that they get a little bit wild, so he doesn't care whatsoever. I do kind of want to change his aspiration. I think it was Chief of Mischief, so he just liked to play pranks and be silly and stuff. But I think I want to change it to big, happy family, or potentially successful lineage. I see him having the successful lineage more, just because he's very ambitious, he wants to be the best photographer ever, and all that. I think that definitely plays a part in what he'd want for his family. So we're gonna do successful lineage. So he knows him and Alana are going to be having a baby soon. Gonna be trying at least. So yeah, he wants to have a successful lineage. The sim wants to have a successful family life. So yeah, so I do want him to be a little bit more of a stricter parent whenever they do have children. And I see Alana being a little bit more nurturing and, just trying to be supportive of her kids. So, but Alana, do you have work today? She is on vacation. So she took a vacation because she is getting married and stuff. So I do want to actually talk to you all a little bit about something important for this generation. So basically in this gen, you have to open up a homeless shelter, whether you do that at home, whether you do that at another lot, and you have the Sims eat, sleep, and whatever else you want at the place, because that's with business and hobbies. That's not actually a mod. It's something you can do with business and hobbies, because there are a lot of things you can have happen business wise with that pack. So I did do that. So Corey actually helped Alana out a little bit with the whole situation of her parents and, her family's graves getting destroyed, so a hotel would be there. That's the reason why Alana's become such a mean person. She feels like people aren't respecting her dead family and where she lived, where her house was. So now she got a petition going, and lots of people signed it around the island, and so now they created a church that is also a homeless shelter, and Corey went and bought it for her. So that's the secret. That is a gift that he's giving her for their wedding, and I'm excited. So he's gonna come over here and talk to her about it. I think that he knows that she needs a little bit of comfort. She's just not feeling so good. So he's gonna come and give her a kiss, and he's gonna talk to her a little bit about this homeless shelter. So he's gonna be like, hey babe, did you hear? And she's like, did I hear what? And he's like, well, your petition worked. They're no longer making a hotel where your family's graves are. And they actually built a homeless shelter there. And she's like, really? A homeless shelter? She's like, I was wanting to open up a homeless shelter myself. He's like, I know. I talked to the people, and well, they said that you could have the business. And she's like, really? She's like, oh my gosh, Corey, that's so sweet of you. Like, how did you manage that? And he's like, well, I'm pretty well known around here, and I have a couple of friends who are in charge of the politics of the island, so I thought, I might as well do this for my wife, and, I do love you and care about you, and I'm sorry that I've caused you pain in the past, but I really want us to move forward in the future and have a successful family, have a successful life. And she's like, oh, babe, you're so sweet. Thank you. She's like, that means everything to me. I had been worried that I wasn't going to be able to open a homeless shelter because we just don't have the funds. But you did this for me. That's incredibly sweet. And he's like, I know, babe. I know that you're becoming a criminal to open up a homeless shelter. I know that's what you were doing. But you don't have to worry about stealing anymore, okay? I'll get you anything that you want. And she's like, oh, I appreciate it, but I still want to work for what I get. I don't want to just get it handed to me. And he's like, I know, you're a hard worker like that, and I adore that. Oh, look at them. They're so cute. He's like, but I still am here for you, and I will help you out with anything that you need. You just ask. And she's like, of course. She's like, I will talk to you about anything that I need, and just know that I appreciate this so much. I can't believe you did this. Wow. And he's like, yeah. He's like, well, as soon as we're married, I really look forward to us trying to have a baby. And she's like, yeah, we haven't really talked about that, have we? He's like, no, we haven't. He's like, I've been trying to put it off because I didn't know how you felt about it. And she's like, well, you know that I've always wanted a family, especially since I lost my family, and it's been devastating, and it's been a really hard process. So yeah, I'd love to have a child whenever we can. And he's like, yeah, I know that you're very traditional in some ways, so I was waiting to talk to you about it before we, I was waiting for the right time, so to speak. He's getting a little nervous. He's getting kind of nervous because this is a very sensitive topic, and he just wants to go about it the right way. So he's like, yeah, I was just waiting till our wedding day to talk to you about it because I wanted it to be very special. She's like, yeah, I understand being scared about having a baby and all that, and it's a big deal, but we got it. I'm excited. I hope we can go on a honeymoon and try for a baby. He's like, yeah. He's like, if we have the money, I'm gonna have to look into it because I got you the business. She's like, that's okay. She's like, we can just have a honeymoon here at that rate. He's like, okay, babe, well, we'll try to figure something out. Oh, so cute. Oh, Corey's being such a great guy. He does still have the self-absorbed trait, but I kind of want to change it, to be honest. Now that he has, stepped up and has really been there for her a lot, I don't think he's as self-absorbed as he is, as he used to be. So I think I want to change his trait. So we are going to go over here to personality. I think probably, if anything, I think he probably would have, let's see, maybe he would have love bug. He's already a romantic, so I don't feel like he'd have that one. Proper, self-assured, stargazer, vegetarian, sunchild. I think probably, I'm not sure what trait he would have. I'm really trying to think here about his personality. Okay, ambitious. You know what? We're going to give him ambitious instead. Because even though, he's been all about, like, his own things his whole entire time with her before when they were together, I think that he's learned from that. I think he's went to therapy. I think he's tried to, like, do better and be more empathetic and understanding of her side of life. And so I think that he, has really tried his best to be there for her. So I think, yeah, he's no longer a self-absorbed person. I think that he's definitely turned over a new leaf and he's ambitious. And I would like to give him another trait, potentially. I want to give him something that's going to show that he really does care about others. So I think generous would be the trait to give him. She actually had that for this generation before she had the personality discovery. So, let me see. Generous should be on here somewhere. Let's see. We have perfectionist, we have maker, hot-headed, glutton. Generous, here it is. Caring, empathetic, and patient. These Sims are happiest when offering their time and money to help others. So yeah, I think he wants to not only show her that he's dedicated to her, but I think he wants to help out at the business, the homeless shelter. He also wants to, like, volunteer time at a bake sale, clean up around the island, that type of thing. So yeah, he's like, babe, you have inspired me so much to do my part in the community. It's like, I really want to, like, dedicate some of my money to the business, to the homeless shelter. I also want to go out and volunteer bake sales and cook stuff with you. Like, I think this could be great for us, for our family, to be known as a very generous family. And she's over here, like, kind of, like, loving hearing that, but at the same time, where she's been so, like, focused on helping others, like, being there for her friends before, and, like, trying to be that type of person, she's just like, yeah, she's like, I would like that too, but sometimes I just feel really irritated that people want to, like, put all their issues on me. And he's like, I understand, people need to be respectful of your boundaries, but you could talk to them about that and still things could get better. She's like, yeah, I guess so, but people really took advantage of me. And that's why I was worried about us. I thought that you were taking advantage of me too that day. He's like, no, babe, I definitely care about you a lot. Just wanted us to rekindle and be okay. Olana is up because the dogs are cranky. They are barking loud, wanting some food. So we're going to fill their bowl and go and give them a little bit of food. Oh gosh, she is still having a hangover. Oh gosh, girl, not you gonna be drunk at your wedding. Alright, well, let's go ahead and start cooking a bit. I do need her to start working on her cooking skill a little bit because she has to max that for this generation. So yeah, we need to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and move this over. Yeah, we're gonna put this over here so she can go ahead and start cooking. I would like for her to use the Granny's Cookbook mod to make some food, but I am just having her start small. I'm trying to have her just work on some EA recipes for now that are already in the game and not modded ones, and then as she progresses with the cooking skill, I'll have her do some harder recipes in here. I feel like these are like recipes that have been in her family for a little bit that she still had left over. Maybe she found this in the rubble of where her house used to sit. So yeah, I think that'd be really cute that like her great-great-great-grandma had them. Oh, that's just like a really adorable little storyline that I have for this box here. Okay, so he's like, hey babe, good morning, happy wedding day. She's like, happy wedding day, babe. She's like, I'm so happy and I'm looking forward to running this business. And he's like, I'm glad. He's like, I know that you've been excited and wanted to run one for a while. And she's like, yeah. She's like, I just thought I wasn't going to get to because I had no money. And he's like, well, I wanted to make sure it happened for you. I care about you a lot, and I'm excited to, like, volunteer. I think I'm going to go volunteer before we have our wedding today. I think I'm going to go to a bake sale. And she's like, oh, she's like, that sounds nice. He's like, yeah, I got some baked goods from a bakery, and I think I'm going to go and take them. She's like, oh, she's like, Corey, I love that you're going to volunteer. And she's like, I would go volunteer too, but I'm trying to take care of the dogs and get the house together a little bit. And he's like, that's okay, we can go next time together. And he's like, okay, I'm going to go to this bake sale right now, and then I'm going to come back and go and shower and get ready for our wedding. And she's like, okay. She's like, have fun. She's like, I would really like to go to a beach cleanup soon. He's like, ooh, cool, we'll go together then. Oh, I love that they're going to volunteer together. That's so sweet. Well, the bake sale's probably at like 10 o'clock, so he's trying to get there early and get the good sweets. That's good. Alright, well, she's working on this cooking skill. She's getting it up a little bit. So that's great. Okay, girl, let's go ahead and grab a serving. Oh, I'm gonna have him get some food when he gets back, but she can go and grab some for now. And yeah, she's got to eat up and try to feel better because she's still wasted. Oh, girl, you really need to check on yourself a little bit and help yourself. I can't get you out of my mind lately. Want to go on a date and get some breakfast at Ohana's Ollie Beach? Oh my god, not the stripper calling her and saying that he can't get her out of his mind. Wow. Should we go? I mean, I don't think that she should go, honestly, because literally she just had a drunken fling with the stripper at the bachelorette party. She didn't really want anything serious with him, like, she didn't even think that she was going to woohoo with him. It just happened after she did that keg. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is a bad decision because literally Corey's going to be back from the bake sale anytime. Like, I mean, it's probably going to last till they have to go to the wedding. But that doesn't matter. She shouldn't go and cheat on her fiance. Like, she's already done it. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll just go and, like, let down the stripper and say, hey, we don't want to continue with this. Like, what we did was a mistake. I shouldn't have done it. That type of thing. Like, I feel like we need to talk to the stripper and be honest and say, hey, I'm getting married today, so can you lay off? Like, I'm sorry if I misled you, but, like, this can't happen. Oh my gosh, not the stripper calling her over here for a date. Oh my gosh, this game. So yeah, I mean, I try to have a wholesome legacy, but it's like, you know what? No, my game will not ever let me have that happen. So she's like, hi Houston, how are you? He's like, I'm doing pretty good. How are you feeling after the bachelorette party? You look a little wasted. She's like, yeah. She's like, I've been trying to eat something, try to take care of my stomach. My stomach hurts, and I also need to stay hydrated too. So I've been trying to like drink some water too. But I've been up all night. Literally, my dogs are barking, needing me, and then also like because I'm wasted, it was hard to sleep. It's like, oh yeah, that definitely happens, especially if you don't drink a lot, usually. And she's like, yeah. She's like, also, my fiance, he got me a business. He got me my homeless shelter that I always dreamed of. And he's just such a sweet guy. Like, honestly, I don't know why I never saw it before. I guess he just, has really worked on himself for me. And he's like, well, that's great. I'm happy for you. I heard about you in Orlando. Oh, what happened with that? And she's like, oh, Orlando? Well, I mean, he was a good guy and everything, but he was a little pushy. Like, he wanted to go on a date with me when we literally just met each other, and that seemed a little bit too far. And he's like, yeah, he seems a little clingy to me, too. So, if you have a fiance, why are you here with me then? And she's like, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. So, I can't continue this with you, Houston. I know that you like me and everything. I know we had woohoo at the bachelorette party, but it was just spur of the moment, okay? It didn't mean anything. And I'm sorry if that hurts you, but it's the truth. And he's like, it's fine. He's like, it happens all the time with me. These girls, they get all hyped up and excited, drunk, and then they decide to woohoo with me, and then they don't want anything else. And she's like, no. She's like, that's not... Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what happened, but I'm sorry that keeps happening to you, though. It really sucks that they treat you that way. It's like, it's fine. I'm used to it. And she's like, I'm so sorry that that's the way it is. Let's go ahead and hug him. She's like, here, come here. She's like, hey, there's gonna be somebody out there for you, okay? Don't worry about it, alright? We can still be friends. And he's like, yeah, but, like... I really like you though. Like, I think we could be great together, don't you? And she's like, I don't think so. She's like, I'm getting married today and I'm really happy with Corey. Oh my gosh! He's going to kiss her! Oh! So he's literally going for it. He's not even listening to what she's saying. She's trying to reject him and he's literally just ignoring her. Oh my gosh. Wow. Houston just became good friends with Ulana. Well, I mean, that's good. But, girl, how did you feel about that? Oh, she's ovulating, which means it's gonna be time to start trying to make an heir soon. But, like, how did she feel about that kiss, though, with him? She's in a very happy mood. Won't you be my neighbor from Generous Trade? Olana always enjoys meeting her neighbors. It's a perfect chance to catch up or get to know one another. Relations like these are important. So she likes being there for Houston. Like, now that she's back to being a generous sim, she wants to lend an ear to him, like, with what he's, like, upset about with, like, being used at these bachelorette parties. But, you know, she does love Corey, though. Look, she wants to be friendly with Corey. She wants to talk to him constantly. So, I think we should just, like, ask to just be friends. We are trying. We honestly have tried, but, like, he's not really wanting to budge. So, let's just, like, ask to be friends. Be like, Houston, that kiss was nice and everything, but, like, I'm sorry. We just need to be friends, okay? I'm getting married here in a few hours, so I need to get home and get ready. And he's like, okay, well, if you're sure. Oh, she's like, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sorry that I made you feel bad about us hooking up, but, you know, that's not really like me. I don't know what's come over me, but I also hooked up with my friend, too, which I'm not even bi or anything. I don't know why it happened. I was just drunk, and I just did things that I shouldn't have. And he's like, okay. He's like, well, have a good wedding, I guess. She's like, thank you. Oh man, this is so awkward. He feels so upset. Olana, Solora, and Houston have decided to cool off their romantic relationship. Well, I mean, she is engaged, so she should just go home. We are gonna go back, and we are gonna just, like, go ahead and, like, get ready for the wedding. Let's, like, invite Genevieve over to, like, help her prepare for the wedding and, like, talk about everything. Let's go ahead and do that because Genevieve is her trusted friend and we really need her there to, like, help us through this situation. Because, like, this guy keeps on messaging her, honestly. Like, Houston just keeps on calling her and wanting her to come on a date with him, and she finally had to tell him how she feels and, like, say, hey, I can't do this. I'm literally getting married today. And he was, like, literally ignoring her for a minute, but then he finally listened, thankfully. So yeah, we're not gonna continue this with this man because we can't, okay? We're getting married soon. But Genevieve's over here and they're gonna get ready for her wedding and it's gonna be so exciting. So let me go ahead and change Genevieve's outfit. I've been meaning to give her a couple new outfits as well. Let's see. Let's go ahead and give her this outfit. This one's really pretty. She's like, hey girl, how you feeling? And she's like, pretty tipsy. And she's like, I bet so. She's like, oh, we had a great time last night, didn't we? And she's like, yeah. She's like, it was a good time. I'm glad I got to have a bachelorette party thanks to you. She's like, well, I'm glad I was able to throw it for you. Looked like you and Houston were getting along really well. And she's like, yeah, about that, Jen. Yeah, we had a good time, but, like, I don't know. Like, honestly, I like him. Like, he's really cute and everything, but I just can't be with him. I'm in love with Corey, and we're getting married soon, so she's like, well, girl, Corey just seems like he's been not so good to you in the past, so I thought maybe I get your eye on some other guy. And she's like, I just don't want that with him. I do love Corey, and Corey just bought me the homeless shelter that I really wanted, so, I mean, I'm really dedicated to Corey. And she's like, well, girl, I saw you woohooing with Houston. I saw the look on your face. You really like him. So why not give it a try? She's like, girl, I'm getting married. I'm going to walk down the aisle soon. Nice. And she's like, girl, if I do get with anybody else, if me and Corey don't work out, I am not getting with a stripper, okay? That's not my type. And she's like, girl, he's hot as F. Like, how can you not want him? And she's like, well, I just love Corey. I do. And we are going to work it out, okay? It's fine. And she's like, okay. She's like, well, if you don't want to tell him, that's fine. That's your choice. But I was just curious if you had told him. She's like, no, I didn't tell him because I just don't feel like I should. Like, I don't want to ruin what we have. Like, we already are about ready to get married, and he's talking about having a baby with me, having this family, and he got me that business, the homeless shelter business, and I just don't want to fuck it up. And she's like, wow, you cursing? Wow. She's like, I never thought I'd see the day where you curse. And she's like, well, I just am, I'm emotional. I'm not gonna lie about getting married. I would be lying to you if I told you that I wasn't having some kind of doubts. And she's like, oh, you're having doubts? She's like, I knew it. I knew that you had some sort of feelings elsewhere. And she's like, well, it's just, Jen, I just feel bad in a way that I woohooed with Houston when I'm engaged to Corey. Like, it makes me feel like I'm a bad wife already, and it makes me feel like he deserves better. And she's like, girl, no. If anything, he deserves, like, to go and be by himself because he's been terrible to you in the past. And she's like, no, he doesn't. He's not that kind of guy anymore. He has changed. And she's like, I know what we talked about earlier, that you think that he's gone to therapy and he's just went through some sort of transformation, but that doesn't mean that, like, he's completely a different guy. He's still the same guy you fell in love with before. And she's like, I know, but, like, I'm giving him another chance, and we're getting married, and it's gonna be fine. And if he does ask me straight up if I've been with somebody else, then I'll tell him. And she's like, well, that's good that you want to be honest, but I'm just trying to check on you and make sure you're okay. I could tell that you were having some sort of cold feet. And she's like, well, that happens during, like, the wedding day. It's not out of the ordinary. She's like, that's true, it does. She's like, okay, well, let's do your makeup. Let's go ahead and get you ready. She's like, girl, I have all these different color palettes for makeup. Like, do you want, like, the browns and the light creams? Do you want some blue on your eyes? Like, what are we thinking? She's like, yeah, like, a little bit of light colors would be good. She's like, okay, let me just put a little bit of your foundation on. There we go. Put a little powder. Perfect. And now let's do a little bit of blush. Oh, girl, this color looks so good on you. I'm so excited for you to get married. I know Corey's a jerk in my eyes, but honestly, if you're happy, I'm happy. She's like, oh, girl, look at you. You look so beautiful. She's like, okay, maybe a little heavy on the pink. Can you do something a little lighter? She's like, oh yeah, sure. She's like, sorry, I just love to put pink on me, so I thought it'd look good on you. Oh, she's like, okay, let me just take this off. She's like, you know what, Jen? I know that we both disagree about certain things, but we are close, and I rely on you for a lot. And I'm so happy I have you. And she's like, me too, girl. I would be alone and sad without our friendship. Honestly, you've been there for me during everything, through my cancer, through having Juliet, and it just means a lot to me. And I'm so excited to be your maid of honor. And she's like, yeah, she's like, I'm excited too. She's like, I'm just really nervous. She's like, you got this, girl. You can do it. And she's like, oh gosh, Jen. She's like, Jen, way too heavy on the eyeshadow. Can we do something lighter? She's like, yeah, sorry. She's like, I've just been doing makeup for people lately, and some of them wanted some really dramatic eye for going out to the nightclub. So, yeah, let me just change this for you. Sorry. She's like, here we go. What about this? And she's like, oh, that's perfect. She's like, that's the perfect amount of highlight. Thank you, Jen. She's like, of course, bestie. She's like, I got you. Oh, yay! So we're all ready, our makeup and everything. All right, let's go ahead and get her dressed. Okay, so her outfit, her wedding dress is this. So look at her. She's so pretty. Oh my gosh. I love her. I am so happy with the dress that I chose. I haven't ever used this dress for any of my Sims, and I think it looks so beautiful on her. And so Jen's like, turn around. Let me see my work. Let me see how you're looking. And so she turns around and she's like, oh my gosh, best friend, you look so good. She's like, oh, Alana, you're gonna be such a beautiful bride. I know that I hate Corey and I have a bitterness towards him, but oh my god, I can't believe my best friend's getting married. Like, I'm just so happy for you, and I hope that he has changed for you, and I hope that you do work it out with him, whatever happens. And oh, I just care about you so much, and I just am really emotional right now, but I'm so glad that you let me do your hair and makeup. And she's like, yeah, she's like, thank you so much, Jen, and I know that you're just trying to watch out for me and be there for me since my family isn't around anymore, and I appreciate it so much, and I'm so happy we have such a strong bond of friendship. She's like, me too, girl. I know we had a little bit of awkwardness there a bit ago with everything that happened between us, and then, you know, what happened with the stripper, me convincing him to woohoo with you, and you know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for getting involved in that. I'm sorry for everything that happened, but I'm here for you regardless of what happens with Corey, and I'm so happy that we are friends. And she's like, me too. She's like, I can't wait to get married, and I can't wait for me to get to have a baby so that way they can be friends with your daughter. And she's like, yeah, me too. They're gonna be so cute. They're gonna be like siblings. And she's like, yeah. She's like, okay, I guess I'm ready. She's like, oh gosh, girl. She's like, I'm gonna cry. And Alana's like, don't you dare cry. She's like, I'm gonna cry. She's like, don't. She's like, you're gonna mess up my work. Oh, this is such a emotional time for sure. Like, her getting married, and, you know, Jen trying to be there for her best friend and watch after her, make sure Corey's not going to break her heart again. So yeah, I think that Jen's trying to be a supportive friend, but at the same time, I think that she, you know, has certain, you know, hate for Corey where he did hurt her years ago. And I think that it's just like making her, you know, have some hard thoughts. But all in all, she wants her best friend Alana to be happy, and I think that's great. So yeah. So just as the wedding is about to start, Corey's over here having a discussion with Alana. So he's like, babe, can I talk to you about something? And she's like, what? And he's like, well, I feel like, you know, you haven't really been talking to me as much since the bachelorette party, and I feel like you're just, like, being a bit distant with me. Like, what's going on? Like, do you not care about our relationship? And she's like, what are you talking about, Corey? Like, I do. I care a lot about you. And he's like, well, I got you this business that you really wanted, and, I mean, you seem appreciative, but at the same time, like, I was going to talk to you about going to check it out before the wedding, and you just seemed, like, preoccupied. And you and Genevieve were talking about some stuff, and I was just wondering about it a little bit. And she's like, oh, you heard our conversation? And he's like, well, I heard something about a stripper. And she's like, oh no. She's thinking in her head, oh, is he gonna find out what she did? And he's like, listen, babe, I understand if you might have a crush on other people, like, that happens sometimes, but I'm not gonna let it interfere with our relationship, okay? I do love you and I do want to marry you. You know, I've made my mistakes too in our relationship, so I'm not gonna let it get to us. And she's like, well, I'm glad, Corey. I'm glad about that. And he's like, but I feel like Genevieve's been trying to get you away from me and has wanted me to, you know, step away from you and break up with you, but I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't. Like, you know, she has these, like, bad feelings about me, and that's fine. I mean, I understand that. You know, I wasn't the best guy to you in the beginning, but, like, I really am stepping up and caring about you a lot more now. So, like, I don't know. I feel like she needs to, like, fuck off a bit because, like, I'm being a good guy to you, so... And you just seem to, like, let her say these things and don't seem to care. And she's like, I do care. I told her that I love you very much and wanted to get married to you. And he's like, well, you need to go tell her to lay off and stop getting in the way of our relationship. Oh, wow. She's like, that's not fair. She's like, Genevieve means a lot to me. She's my best friend. Like, I don't want to, like, talk to her about that. Like, I feel like she's being just what a best friend should be. Like, she's protecting me. And he's like, well, if you do love me and you care about our relationship, you'll go and have a bit of boundaries with your best friend. Oh! So he found out that Genevieve had been trying to jeopardize their relationship. He doesn't know that she necessarily went and woohooed with someone else, but he does think that Genevieve is trying to get in the way of them. So we are going to have him go ahead and walk down the aisle. And I'm going to have Genevieve actually walk her down the aisle. So let's go ahead and send down the aisle. We're going to send 2 Sims down the aisle. We're going to send Olana, and maybe her brother would walk her down the aisle. Now that I think about it, I would really like her brother to do it because they haven't really talked a whole lot since they talked in that one episode. So I really want her to spend more time with her brother because, like, she hadn't seen him in forever. And, in the beginning of the generation, she didn't know where he was. She had no idea if he had died or what. So she's really happy that her brother is here. So she's like, Osvaldo, you couldn't have wore anything else. Like, he's like, sorry, I'll change. She's like, no, you're fine. It's just like, that's not really appropriate for my wedding. And he's like, here. He's like, I have something else. Hold on. And he's like, is this okay? And she's like, yeah, a blue jacket. That looks nice on you. He's like, okay. He's like, well, sis, I'm glad I can be here for your wedding. I'm sorry that I disappeared for so long. And she's like, it's okay. She's like, I know that you couldn't help it. Like, you had to get away from the hurricane. And I do know that a mermaid saved you. And he's like, really? Where'd you hear that from? And she's like, well, Corey told me about it. And he's like, oh, Corey did. He's like, well, yeah, this mermaid did help me. And, she is really caring and stuff. And I do want you to meet her one day. And she's like, really? She's like, well, that would be nice. Like, I'd love to meet the woman that saved my brother. He's like, well, there's something about her that you should know. And she's like, really? She's like, what? And he's like, well, she's our mom. And she's like, what? I thought we didn't know our mom. I thought our mom, like, disappeared, like, a long time ago when we were kids. And he's like, well, our mom, she wiped our brains. She wiped our minds of all the things that we knew about her. So that way we could just have our own lives and not worry about her. And she's like, wow, that's insane. Like, this is really hard to believe, Osvaldo. Like, I can't believe that our mom, like, got rid of our memories of her. And so she's like, so what did happen? And he's like, well, I know this is a really bad time to tell you this, but basically our mom and dad had issues. Our mom really wanted a mer life, really wanted to stay by the ocean and take care of, like, the ocean and stuff, like fish. And our dad really wanted to teach and really wanted to, be in the church and stuff like that. But she didn't agree with that. And so they had a major fight when we were young, and she went off and left him. And so she made sure that we didn't remember those things to kind of help us move forward. And she's like, wow, this is really crazy to learn now. She's like, we need to talk more about this later, but for now, I need to get married. And he's like, oh yeah, right, sorry. And she's like, it's okay. She's like, thanks for telling me, bro. Look, she's getting emotional. They both are. She's like, I can't believe you're wearing that to my wedding. And I can't believe that you just told me about our mom and she's a mermaid and everything. And he's like, yeah, by the way, I found out that I'm a merman. And she's like, no way, that's crazy. And he's like, yeah. He's like, I have a lot of things to talk to you about. And she's like, I bet. She's like, wow. She's like, well, I guess this is a really special day after all, learning about my mom, our mom, and me getting married and stuff. And it's all just really wild. And Genevieve hasn't even shown up to my wedding either, you know, my best friend? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, well, I have to talk to her too because Corey's mad at me about stuff with her. Like, she's been trying to get in between us and I need to talk to her about that. And he's like, okay. He's like, well, it's gonna be okay. Don't worry. You'll figure it out. Oh my gosh, Corey, come over here. It's like, sis, I'm really happy for you. And she's like, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. We're gonna exchange vows and have a kiss. So Corey, come on over here. I know you're upset with her, but still, come over here and get married. So Corey's like, did you talk to Genevieve yet? And she's like, no, she hasn't shown up. And he's like, well, maybe that's better. And she's like, okay. She's like, well, let's do this. She's like, I love you. And he's like, I love you too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about talking to you about all that earlier, but I just need to get it off my chest. And she's like, it's okay. I get it. I need to talk to her and make boundaries. But I just learned something about my mom and I'm really excited. And we can talk about it later. But he's like, okay, wow, that's cool. All right, so they're going to exchange their vows. And oh, I'm so happy for her that she's getting married, even though I thought she was going to end up getting married to Orlando or some other guy. Not her ex-boyfriend, Corey, who we said for her not to be with anymore. But she was still in love with him, so this is what's happening. She is now married to him. Oh my gosh, it's so unexpected, but I'm really, really happy for her. And hopefully they can work out this issue with Genevieve and make it work. But oh, they're married now. So cute. Oh, look at him dip kissing her. He's like, I love you so much. I'm really happy that we're married. She's like, me too. Oh, she's like, you know, I tried to move on from you, but I couldn't because I'm so deeply in love with you and always have been. Oh, so this says over here, just married. The promise of a lifetime of companionship would make any sim happy. Oh, I bet so. Well, let's come over here. And I really want them to go ahead and try for a baby. Because we need to get this heir going, okay? I need my generation too. So he set up a little picnic area out here for them to have some food and just enjoy some time together after the wedding. So this says, I swear from performing vows. These vows are my promise to always be true to you. Oh, that's so sweet. Wait, why are they arguing? What's happening? Oh my gosh, are they just having like stupid arguments? Oh, that's so sad. Like, I hate that. What was that about? This says, does it matter from crossing a line? Corey feels that no matter what they do, their partner just don't care. It's like they don't matter and it hurts. Oh, well, I feel like he's just, you know, feeling like Genevieve comes before him. And I think that's making him upset because she hasn't talked to Genevieve yet about, you know, what they talked about earlier. And I think that's making him mad. But, like, you know, best friends are important. But, you know, she does need to talk to Genevieve about what he said and try to, like, make things work between her and Genevieve and also Corey. But this says over here, simmering rage. Oh, gosh. No, not y'all having issues at your wedding. What's it say? I would, from lines being crossed. Alana would do it, but at what cost? His sim feels disappointed what it even got to this point. This is icky feeling from generous sim being mean. Why did Alana say that? Being mean isn't her thing. So, like, even though she had the mean trait before, because she was having a bit of a moment, we'll say, like, she was kind of, you know, tired of, like, really putting herself before, really putting others, before herself, and not filling up her cup enough, and, like, really getting exhausted from helping other people. Even though that happened, she's still, like, now, like, back to being her regular self and being there for others and being generous. So now she just feels like, you know, why is she acting like this? Why is she getting in such arguments with a guy that she loves? Like, why is this such a big problem? Like, why is it so bad that she wants to have a best friend? Why is he getting all, like, rude at her for that? So, yeah, they're having an issue, and hopefully they can work it out between the three of them. But it looks like they're about ready to try for a baby, so Maybe this will make things better, I guess. But I can't believe they had a fight at their wedding. Like, I was hoping it was going to be wholesome, but what can I say? My game likes to be drama-filled, so... But I'm happy they're trying for a baby because I need my heir, my Generation 2 heir. Hopefully it's a boy. I really want a boy, and I truly want to do, like, boy-girl kind of thing. And I think that'll be really, really fun. But, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're getting spicy at their wedding. Like, that's so crazy. But, yeah. So, this over here says that she is wrapped in love from Woohoo. Together, wrapped as one. So much love in a small place. Well, I'm glad they had a good time. Maybe this will help them get through their issues. I mean, it's not really the best thing to go in Woohoo and... like use that as a way to get through your problems with your partner, but like she's still going to talk to Genevieve soon about what they talked about, and hopefully that'll make things better. So she's like, how was that session? Did you enjoy that? He's like, yeah. He's like, that was really good. He's like, so are you still going to talk to Jen about what I said? She's like, yeah, I'm sorry I haven't yet. I just, been wrapped up in our wedding and wanted to focus on that, and also what my brother told me about our mom and about everything. It's just kind of been on my mind, and I'm sorry that I've been preoccupied. And he's like, it's okay. He's like, I understand there's a lot going on, but I'm glad that you're going to talk to her about it because I feel like she just wants to ruin us, and I don't want it to happen. She's like, yeah, me either. But yeah, we'll work it out. He's like, yeah, we will. He's like, I love you so much, and I'm sorry that I hurt you with what I said about Genevieve, but I just had to be honest with you. And she's like, it's okay. She's like, let's just focus on us right now, our wedding. And we still gotta go cut the cake and stuff. And he's like, yeah. He's like, I hope you're pregnant. And she's like, me too. I really want to have kids with you. And he's like, me too. He's like, I want us to build a big family together. She's like, yeah, same. Oh, that's so cute that they still want to have a family together even though there's been some problems. I'm glad that they're working it out though. So with that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode off here. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been a really fun episode. I'm glad that they're married. It's kind of sad that there's some issues, but all couples have issues. They're going to work it out. She's going to talk to Genevieve about giving them some space and, trying to sabotage their marriage and stuff like that. So yeah, but leave all your comments down below about them. I'm so happy for Olana and Corey, and hopefully she's pregnant. Let me know if you think she's pregnant down below. And yeah, leave a like if you haven't already. Hype up this video. It does help the channel out, and subscribe if you are new. And yeah, I'll speak to y'all next time. Bye, Storyteller Squad.